To quote the lovely Tom Scott, I got this email the other day, and it was from a PR company in the UK wanting us to promote NerdWallet, the online financial expert site, through the age-old practice of linkbacks. What's NerdWallet got to do with us, I hear you ask? Well, absolutely nothing. The company is not a sponsor of the channel, and frankly, after we've finished the video, I doubt it ever will be. But unlike most of the pitching emails we get, this one stuck out more than most. And today I'm going to explain why and debunk what the email passed off as official advice for anyone worried about going on a trip in an electric vehicle. But first, when we feel that we can't go on, your precious support keeps us hanging on. Mama said that you can't hurry good content, you just have to wait. She said, content don't come easy, it's a game of give and take. And we hope that in exchange for us giving you great content and truly wrecked lyrics, you'll give a little by hitting subscribe and the bell icon. And if you like to give a little more love, stick around until the end and I'll tell you how. As I was saying, we get a lot of emails on this channel, like a metric butt ton, and somewhere between the emails asking us to do a sponsored video for cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and poorly coded mobile games whose trailers contain no actual gameplay footage, we get the usual barrage of press releases, reader inquiries, and pitched story ideas. The latter group usually fall into one of a handful of categories. First, there's companies, often automakers, but not always, wanting to tell us about a new product or vehicle and asking if we'd like some help making content about it. Usually the answer is no, because, well, we've usually already got said vehicle on our radar and we don't accept advertisements. The second are invites to official press events or asking us if we'd like to experience a vehicle for the first time. Usually we're offered flights and accommodation in exchange for us producing a completely unbiased review. And sometimes we say, sure. Then we get the review pitches from companies wanting us to review products in exchange for some money and a free thing to keep, plus the chance to become an affiliate for said brand in exchange for a reasonably positive review. In these cases, we politely decline money and affiliate links, but say, hey, if you want to send us a review unit, we'll do a completely independent review, and no, you can't have editorial control over the review. That, by the way, is how we ended up with some of the review bicycles we have on our fleet right now. The last one I'll mention are the ones from companies or PR agencies, as is the case in the email I want to talk to you about, pitching an idea for us. Sometimes they've pretty much written the article they'd like us to feature on our website or have a list of helpful quotes we can write into something of our own creation, like a video. They're pitched in a way in which the viewer or the reader is meant to believe things are coming from a place of authority, a place of expert analysis. And when you write or cover the topic, you're expected to provide a backlink to the original company or article in the form of a URL embedded into your YouTube description or website. Sometimes you're offered money for it, sometimes not. The idea behind backlinks is that if they are formatted just so, the company whose website or article is being linked to by the news site, blogger, vlogger, or influencer's content gets extra bonus points from search engines. Because the more people who link back to the site, the more popular it is. Look, okay, I know I overly simplified SEO, and I am sure there's an SEO guru who is throwing raw fruit at their computer screen right now. But that's why this channel has just 160,000 subscribers and regularly has the "who?" question asked of them by automakers when trying to get access to a press vehicle or a press launch. Seriously, I suck at SEO. What I don't suck at, though, is electric cars. So when the following email came through from a PR agency trying to drive traffic to NerdWallet's website, I had to read it. And boy, is it a crock of poop. I mean, we are talking toy pony levels of poop. And if you've watched Mystery Alaska, you'll know that that's a lot of poop. Tell you what, let's read it together. But I do feel like we need a little bit of help in that area. 1 second. I need someone to play the part of an uneducated PR person. Stay right there.
Hello?
Hi, Kate. Yeah, it's me.
I told you, I can't just write faux lyrics at the drop of a needle.
No. I need you to read something for me. Check your email.
My email. Okay, hang on.
You'll do it? Great. Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to put you on speakerphone. This is going to be epic.
EV charging costs soar.
What to do if you break down? Hi Nikki, the cost of rapidly charging an electric car has risen sharply as energy costs soar across the UK. As many drivers are nervous about switching to an electric vehicle, the last thing they want to see is the low battery light flashing mid-journey without access to an EV charging point.
Okay, first off, yes, electricity prices have soared in the UK just as they have for many countries around the world in the light of the illegal invasion of Ukraine by Russia, but so too has the price of energy as a whole. In fact, while electricity has risen in price and millions of people are facing fuel poverty around the world, that's being unable to heat or power their homes, the price of petrol and diesel for vehicles has also skyrocketed. Today, it's hovering around £1.72 per litre for petrol or £1.82 per litre for diesel. Obviously, that's in the UK. Or, for those in America, about $8.21 per US gallon. Even with inflated electricity prices, electric vehicles are still far cheaper to run than petrol vehicles. Also, running out of charge in an EV is hard, like really hard. I've been driving electric vehicles since 2006 and I've run out of charge exactly once on the road, and this is again the mark of some really nonsensical FUD spreading. Sorry. Carry on.
So what if you
Do break down in an EV. Below, Rhiannon Phillips, personal finance expert at NerdWallet, shares some insight into what electric drivers should do if they run out of power while driving. Quote, running out of power in an EV is not the same as running out of petrol or diesel in a car with an internal combustion engine. The only option is to be taken to the nearest charger.
end quote.
No. I mean, granny leads are a thing. I mean, I used to travel with a granny lead, and most buildings have outlets you can use at a push. I'm not suggesting that you do that. I mean, I'm more curious as to how you manage to spectacularly run out of charge in the middle of a massive wilderness with no buildings or infrastructure in sight. In the UK. Like, seriously, I mean, you would have to avoid every single warning from the car and not have your route planning software active. And when was the last time you did a long distance trip without any GPS? Are you sure this isn't paid for? Maybe by big oil?
Quote, fortunately, you can push an EV if it breaks down, as the motor of an electric car engages when power is applied. When no power is applied, the motor is free to rotate and any rotation is sent backwards to charge the batteries. However, pushing an electric car wouldn't be any easier than pushing a regular petrol or diesel car, so it's worth having a backup plan just in case your EV stops working.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'm just at a loss for words here. I mean, the electric car motor does not magically engage when power is applied. You know that motors are usually permanently connected to the wheels of an EV via a fixed gear and a differential, right? You apply a current to a motor's windings to induce an electromagnetic force that causes the motor to spin, and when you do it in the other way, you do induce an electrical current. But, I mean, I hope you all know that. For goodness sake, look, you cannot recharge your EV by jump pushing it down the road. Just don't. Also, while towed charging is theoretically possible and has been done in the past, it's generally a bad idea because it would take a long time. Unless, of course, you happen to be parked on a mountain pass. But no, don't.
It could be a good idea to take out roadside assistance as a minimum before setting off in your car. This is the most basic and often the cheapest breakdown cover, covering the cost of an emergency call-out to your broken down vehicle and a tow to a nearby garage, if it needs further repairs. Other, more comprehensive breakdown policies offer further cover and could help you get to your chosen destination, for example. Many providers will cover EVs under their standard breakdown policies, so you shouldn't need to pay any more than someone with a petrol or diesel vehicle. At last count, there were more than 20,000 EV public charging points in the UK, and some EVs have a charging station locator in their onboard infotainment system. You can also download a charging network app, such as ZapMap, that locates charging stations nationwide using filters. You can then search for several different types of chargers.
Sorry, Kate. How many links were in that portion of text you just gave me? Okay, how many backlinks to NerdWallet? Like, I bet there was one for roadside assistance, and maybe one for EV charging sites? Quite. Please continue.
Most EVs are supplied
With two cables for slow and fast AC charging, one with a 3-pin plug and the other with a Type 2 connector charger side, both fitted with a compatible connector for the car's inlet port. Ideally, you would want to find a fast AC charging point that should boost your battery with 60 to 80 miles of range in 1 hour.
That sounded like another backlink. This time to the RAC, the Royal Automobile Club of the UK. I wonder if they know if they're part of this active fiction. Look, it is clear at this point that this expert is not actually an expert. And if you're watching from outside the UK, know that is what is being referred to here is a granny lead and also a charge cable. The first, the granny lead, is for emergency charging at home, and the second is for connecting to what normal people call a level 2 charging station. That's because in Europe, a level 2 charging stations do not have a cord attached to them. You have to bring your own. But a level 2 charging station is not a rapid charging station, which is what the second half of this is referring to. 60 to 80 miles in 1 hour? That's not... I guess it's conceivable that if the charging station is a level 2 3-phase charging station, which do exist in Europe, but your EV would also have to be compliant with that, and many EVs on the market in Europe aren't. And there's no mention here of DC quick charging, which is the thing that most modern EVs have as standard. You know, the thing that can replenish your car's battery pack from 10% to 80% full in anything from 20 minutes to 40 minutes, and are available at pretty much every service station in the UK. Please, just kill me now.
Whilst there can be other reasons why a vehicle may break down, it is important you should know your mileage limit before you leave for a long journey to avoid future breakdown. Manufacturers will clearly state the EV's estimated range, which should help you avoid getting caught with a dead battery. However, the actual range varies depending on several factors, including whether you run the car's heater or air conditioner or how fast you drive. So if you are running low on battery, drive slower and turn off any features inside the car to keep hold of energy.
No! Okay, Kate, I do not think that I can handle any more of this. Thank you for helping, but I'm sorry. I should have never asked you to kill brain cells with this text. For the record, every EV on the market today features a range estimator or guessometer that dynamically changes range predictions based on weather, battery health, driving style, and if it's really fancy schmancy, your planned route. They all give you plenty of warning that you're gonna run out of charge if you do something stupid, and you really do have to be a grade A prime pillock to run out of charge unless you've just ignored every single freaking warning sign given to you by your car. Also, while using heating on a really cold day or air conditioning on a really hot day will have an impact on your car's range, do not just be turning things off to assume you'll save energy. Plan your route better. Running without heating in the winter is dangerous because it can cause your windows to mist up, and that can impact your ability to safely see the road ahead. Look, the UK is really small, like super small. I know most Brits, including me when I used to live there, consider a trip of more than 100 miles as an all-day expedition, and even the most basic of EVs on sale today can do that in a single sitting. Heck, my mum lives 270 miles from where I used to live in the UK, and in today's modern EVs, I could manage that either on a single charge or with a quick P-stop somewhere around the M25. Yay! London's moving car park. Anyway, this is the end of the email, and I cannot imagine why someone thought this was a good email to send to us, a channel that specialises in EVs among other things. But all I can say is that if they did the mail drop, someone, somewhere, has probably jumped on this and has run the story as if it was expert information. And that means that misinformation has been spread. So, NerdWallet, I want to talk to you here. I think this probably means that you will never want to work with us as a channel, but please, do not be getting non-experts to pretend to be experts. It doesn't end well. Anyway, thank you, Kate. I am sorry. You are a good sport. Cheers. And thank you at home for watching. Let us know if you'd like us to debunk other emails like that. I mean, we just got one from the O'Dowd campaign. You know, the guy in California who was running for office so he can ban Elon Musk. I mean, whoops, Tesla Autopilot. If you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to leave your thoughts below or in our free to join Discord chat room. There's a link in the video description. And if you really liked it, why not leave us a super thanks? It's easy to do and everything you send does go towards helping us make great content. If you would like to watch a generalised news roundup in the world of cleaner, greener, safer and smarter vehicles, do check out our news roundup show every weekend. And don't forget that we produce videos every single day on this network for you to enjoy, ranging from deep dives and features through to tutorials, unboxings and reviews. And if you haven't already, make sure you've subscribed to this channel and our other channel, Transport Evolved Take 2, and give the bell a gentle ring to make sure you're told when our next video goes live. Thanks on behalf of the entire crew go out to the folks on my right for being our $15 to $49 a month supporters. Special thanks to our $50 a month patrons. That's Chris Maxwell, Pedro Moura Pinheiro, Patrick Boyarski, Bennett Elder, Brian Newton, Dave Kitchen, Michael Goad, Ricky Leon, Andrew Martin, Kuido Jahota, Brophy Wolf, Tesla in the Gong, Gordon C, Stephen O'Donoghue, Carl Hodgson, Anthony Coates, Regine Fellows, Rory Litwin, Jim Burness, Chris Asentar, Chris and Michael Johnson, Peter Dillinger and Denny Hyde, and our deepest gratitude to our top tier Patreon supporters: Anonymous Freak, Marcel Ward, Reggie Watts, Joe Bresney, Reed R, JP Fagerback, Russ, Will Graylin, Matthew Drobnak, John Lyons, Christopher Lee Jones, Andrew Glenn, Paul Conway, Laura Reynolds, Ellery Hensley and Ian. If you'd like to be part of that amazing list, you can join Patreon at the link below. You can hit the join button to support us on YouTube, or if you'd like to show your support another way, you can do so by sending us a coffee on Ko-fi or buying something from our cool swag store, including our brand new, just launched Pride 2022 t-shirts. And don't forget, we're currently going through our annual viewer survey. So follow the link in the description and let us know a little bit more about you so we can make content that's perfect for you to watch. And if you're unable to support the channel financially, just know watching the video and sharing it really does make a difference to what we do and our bottom line. Thanks for joining us, and as always, keep evolving.
Yeah, well, you know, what am I doing? Just learning about getting onto the internet? Heard it's a really cool place to find out about things.